The FBI now saying that 42-year-old suspect Shamsud-Din Jabbar most likely acted alone when he murdered 14 people on Bourbon Street with the truck, adding that fears of a larger terror plot, those fears are unfounded. The news coming as we are learning more about the killer and some unusual connections between Jabbar and the man who blew up a Tesla Cybertruck that happened in Las Vegas. Xavier Walton joins us now from Texas. So, Xavier, what are the feds saying this morning?
Hey, Kelly, good morning. Well, according to the FBI, they have conducted an extensive review of Jabbar's phone records, his social media activity, as well as pulling data from 3 cell phones, 2 laptops seized at that New Orleans Airbnb. And they say, the FBI says, they have found no evidence of active communication or coordination between Jabbar and any other suspects or terrorist organizations at this point of their investigation. Meantime, at his Houston home, here's what's left of it. The front door, you could see it after that search warrant was executed there. The landlord of that property, I spoke to her yesterday. You know, she was still in shock, trying to process everything. The FBI says Jabbar posted publicly about supporting ISIS, including 5 videos to his Facebook page, but again, did not appear to receive any direct assistance or instructions from anyone else. That's why investigators, they feel confident saying he did act alone. We're also learning more about Jabbar's service in the military. While serving in the U.S. Army, he was a highly decorated member of the U.S. Army, even receiving an award for global war on terrorism. Jabbar was U.S. Army active duty from 2006 to 2015, then Army Reserves from 2015 to 2020 when he was honorably discharged. We're also learning that initially he wanted to harm his family, but eventually changed his mind because he said it wasn't the right political message he'd be sending.
Yeah, hard to wrap your head around a statement like that. Xavier, there's been a ton of talk about the connection between the man suspected of blowing up a Cybertruck in front of the Trump Hotel and Jabbar's terrorist attack on Bourbon Street. What are authorities now saying about that?
Well, Kelly, that's a great question, especially when you talk to a lot of people on the streets. They'll tell you, yeah, there are some unique circumstances surrounding both incidents. And that's what the FBI admits. There are certainly some similarities. Both men involved in those incidents served in the U.S. Army and had stints at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. However, there's no records right now indicating they served at the same time or in the same unit. Both deployed in Afghanistan, or to Afghanistan, I should say, in 2009, but there's no indication they served together there either. Both incidents, each person rented their vehicles from the online site Turo. So, yes, there are a few odd coincidences, but nothing definitive, which is why the FBI says there is absolutely no link between the two, Kelly.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.